One of the most serious problems of our time is deforestation. The value of the forest in our world is very large. This means that the destruction of ecosystem can lead to the most serious consequences. Nevertheless, more and more areas are being cut down. What is the reason for this and what will happen later? Increasing the carbon dioxide content of drought is one of the causes of global warming. Many species of animals will disappear, as the destruction of the ecosystem leads to the death of almost all living things. Swamps are formed as the trees that prevented excessive soil moisture will be cut down. The total amount of oxygen in the atmosphere will decrease. Because of deforestation, which produce oxygen as well as reduce its quality, as the more forests, the better the air is purified. Scientists have long been talking about the harmful effects of technological progress on nature. Climate change, the melting of ice, the decline in the quality of drinking water has a very negative impact on people's lives. The problem of the forests are visible particularly well in civilized states. Environmentalists believe that deforestation leads to many negative consequences for the earth and man, because without forests, there will not be life on earth. This should be understood by those who depend on their safety. Wood has long been a commodity that is expensive, and therefore the problem of the forest destruction is solved with such difficulty. Perhaps people just do not think that everything depends on this ecosystem. So let's try to understand what's happening with the territory on which the forest, because many people that in place of the old forest necessarily grew new. The problem is the following: changing the level of illumination, that is, plants that are used to live in the shade die. It becomes a different temperature regime, because without the protection of trees, becomes more rapid temperature fluctuations. Increases soil moisture, which can lead to waterlogging. After cutting down, the deciduous forest often develops normally, but conifers, which propagated by seeds. No, because there are no normal conditions for seed development. Decisions. Environmentalists suggest many ways to save the forest. Transition from paper to electronic. Waste paper collection and separate waste collection will reduce the use of wood for paper production. A ban on cutting in protected areas are tougher penalties for this. Increase of the state duty on export of wood abroad. Production of forest farms, which will grow trees of valuable species, which is the smallest maturity. Deforestation is a serious problem that leads to a huge number of negative consequences. Therefore, there is a need to reconsider their attitude to nature in general and to forests in particular.